Hello and thank you for joining us for the game night. Tonight we're diving back into our D&D adventures in the world of Drax Arcadia. Last time, a little thievery took place. Was it thievery or re-thievery? We'll figure that out later. But
Don't matter.
both of our characters here, Nyorai? Nyorai, thank you. Neo. I always think of his name. And Clementine are resting in their rooms in the Nine Lives Casino. Take it off to you guys.
Okay. All right. So she's just kind of in her room fiddling with the thunder gun, trying to figure out how to push some more magic in it and get that infusion done. But other than that, just kind of anxiously like glancing at the door every now and then to see if anybody's coming through. Now they're locked from the outside, right? There's no handle on the inside, is what I remember.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a fighter, so like, I ain't got magic shit. I'm just like he's. I'm just like kind of sitting around in the room. Kind of like going through his things, making sure he has like everything that he had before he left. And every once in a while, like treating the gunshot wound in his shoulder.
Do you request for somebody to like take a look at that?
I'd probably handle it myself.
You guys got back at night. It was late.
Yeah.
About 2 a.m.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
You guys both hear a knock on your door. Like, simultaneously. You can hear it in your door and you can hear it across the hallway from the other door.
Okay.
A nice.
She kind of like pulls the headphones off the one ear and kind of like walks over to the door.
You see who you've heard to refer to as Ken standing in front of your door, and you see Kane standing in front of the familiar dwarven visage.
Okay.
Okay, when he he opens the door and he's there.
He doesn't step in. He waits for you to say.
Oh, okay.
And before he doesn't just swing. I'm sorry. I mean,
okay.
Let me clarify. He doesn't just bust in on a 13-year-old gnome.
Okay. Hi. Yes.
I would like for you to come and speak with my boss about something.
Can I is the door open at this point?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
He doesn't open it all the way. It's just enough where you can see him in the hallway, like about a third of the way open.
Do I need to bring my stuff?
She said it had something to do with the head.
So am I coming back to this room? Or should I bring my stuff?
Just bring your stuff in case then.
Okay. Alright, so I'll go grab my little...
Kane's like, your little friend needs a bodyguard.
Okay, I guess.
And he hands to you a casino token worth 50 gold. So go cash that in when you get a chance. And don't say nothing.
Lost another one, huh?
Yeah, as soon as I get my stuff, I'll follow Ken. Is he out in the same hallway with us, like walking to the same?
Yeah, you guys are like right across the hall from each other, for the same rooms as you had from before.
Gotcha.
But you can tell like the patience that's kind of radiating off of Ken. He's really just he's not rushing you. He's just waiting.
Yeah.
Kane's like taunting you, like grab your stuff, go, let's get out of here.
I don't have that much. I'm just grabbing my weapons and leaving. So.
As soon as you get into the hall, he's like, yeah, the boss lady wants to talk to us, all of us. Starts walking down the hall before Ken is acquired.
Okay.
As we're walking to wherever we're going, I'm assuming we're being like led that direction, kind of.
Yeah.
I'll kind of like nudge him like in his thigh a little bit, like poke him.
What?
How's that arm doing?
Hurt, but I'm fine.
I can.
Yes.
I know you're not a big fan of me taking a look, but I can take a look if you ever needed it.
I'll think on that. Thanks.
They lead you to the service elevator side, take you back down to the floors that you recognize that this is the employees. You know, This is the behind the scenes zone that you guys have been in before. But this time you're brought into a room closer to the entrance of the casino. That's led off to a small stairwell up, and from this room, the way that it looks is you can see from this room down into like every area of the casino floor. And it looks like you're looking straight down at it, but you can tell from like knowing how the casino floor is laid out, that's not possible. So there's some magicry or some techery going on here, because they're all like screens essentially that are made to look like windows.
Two-way mirror, that kind of thing.
Kind of, but there's no way that could possibly physically be that way.
Yeah.
And standing there with her arms crossed, tapping her foot, like watching down at the thing, you see Zimnia.
She's just. This is not like a meeting room where we sit. This is like a standing.
No, and like right next to her, you see her tapping her finger on the head of that warforged that you brought in.
Okay. I will kind of stop and like as we filter in, just kind of stay like close to the door a little bit. Maybe let everyone else kind of go forward, forward towards her. But how does she look like?
She doesn't even acknowledge that you guys come in. She's looking down at those screens like this is something she does all the time. Kind of like, you've never been in this room, Neo. Like you've heard of it. This is the Overwatch, but you've never been in here.
Sorry.
Anybody who ever been in here has been dead by daylight.
Oh no!
Fuck. Winton. Over what?
All right, sorry.
No, I don't know about it.
Professionals here.
Surely.
Yeah. So, moving face to line base. But yeah, you come in. Ken kind of steps around and goes to her left. Kane steps in, and immediately to the left of the door, it stands there like he looks scared.
Oh shit. What is she wearing? What does she look like?
She's decked out in that black leather, like jumpsuit. That's not jumpsuit. That's the word. She's wearing it would be the equivalent of studded leather armor, but there's black fur integrated into some parts of it. Her black tail comes out right above, below the backbone. Her ears stick up. She's got a little bit of like black metal on one of the pauldrons. You can see along her bracer that she's got around her arm. That also looks like it's pretty good leather, if not better. Tucked in it, you can see the like tiny little like almost handles with like holes in them.
Okay.
But they're like flat and they're all metal. So you, Neo, would understand these are throwing daggers.
Oh.
No,
They're
okay.
They're specifically designed to like
fan the
fan the hammer.
Yeah.
It's not really a hammer.
So, but also kind of reinforce the bracer that she's wearing at the same time.
Okay.
Other than that,
does she have any like symbols or like adornment?
You can this you still see on her back. She does have what looks like there was like a patch or a crest or something that was sewn into the back of that armor that has been ripped out. And on her pauldron, she has that hand with the circle in the middle.
Okay.
The circle and the dot.
Okay. I'll kind of look up and, hey, lady.
She like as if she's like pulling herself out of her
Zoned
focus.
out,
She
bro.
says, "Oh, good." She takes the head and she tosses it to you.
Me? Oh.
Yeah.
Do I catch it? Yes.
I hope.
roll a
Oh
dexterity.
no, I got this.
You're gonna catch it. Let's
Okay.
see how good it looks.
How cool I look. Okay. It's a dexterity check or save.
Save.
Oh, that's cool.
19. No,
19.
wait. Yeah, 19.
19. Yeah. You catch it,
Nice.
and rather than it like putting you on your butt, like you're like you stabilize and you're holding it because it's big. It's like your torso.
So we stole this so that you could give it back?
No, I want you to take a look at it. See if you can.
I'll like turn it over and then go like this. And I'll
Well,
put it back.
familiarize yourself with it. I'm going to get another head, and I'm going to make a copy and leave it to get stolen.
Why would you do that?
Because they're going to steal it back. And I want to keep this one.
Okay.
So essentially, we're keeping this as bait for now. Okay.
It's the whole reason why we stole it to begin with.
Why is this? What is this?
Do you?
I have no idea. I don't really care about that.
Okay.
I care
Insight check.
that they wanted it, and now I want to use it to make them dance the way I want them to dance. But roll an insight check, sure.
I mean,
19.
She seems...
Hard to read
Yeah. Because it's not a lie detector, it's like an intentions detector.
Yeah.
She does intend to make a copy of this. She does intend to lure these people into a trap. I will give you with that 19, you feel like this is something that she's maybe wanted to do for a while, and there's a little bit of like giddiness that's creeping in over like the stoic kind of like interaction that you had with her before, where she was more like a detached suaveness.
right.
This one's almost like a just about childish like
Teehee.
giddiness.
Almost like she was showing off before, and now she's,
This is like something she wants.
Opened up a little bit.
Yeah.
What's your beef with Blue Industries? You said they steal it back.
They tend to hoard secrets. I abhor when people hoard secrets. However, that's not the only reason. They hurt one of our own. And she just casually gestures towards Nyorai. And that has to be answered. And one could say we did answer that in the form of taking something of theirs. But that was just the first step. I intend to drag their bullshit into the daylight. I want them to be known to be the scumbags that they are. And to do that, I have to catch them red-handed. Now, to do that, legitimately, something needs to be stolen, so I can invoke the Ebonbane Inquisition to look into this. The White Guard won't care. They'll say, keep it in your houses. But you can still invoke the Inquisition. Now, if you do that, that does open a can of worms, but I plan to dump these worms all over them.
Okay. I'm kind of nodding at this point and like, okay, she's ahead of the game.
Ebonbane sounds familiar.
They're very... How do you put this? They're the holy types. They're the churchies. They like to ensure fairness, justice. Their deity goes by the cudgel or the judge. So he's known to be the arbiter.
Why would they care here though? In this city, of all places.
Ebonbane's been part of this city just after it became more than just a dwarven settlement.
Okay.
They've had a presence here for a long time, and the Inquisition used to span throughout the continents, but some things happened and they lost their strength. But recently, their leadership has shifted, so we're interested to see how that's going to go with this new Forgeborn in charge.
I don't like that at all. I saw Forgeborn when I was at Stacks the last couple days.
Same one.
That might not be good.
Did you fight her?
Fuck no.
Well, then
I would not be here if I did. I
can't
would
be that bad.
probably be pasted on the walls in the stacks. I do remember specifically seeing Mr. Blue watching her, though.
It seemed from reports that he was more interested in some of the fighters than it was the actual champion that they were fighting. But I also have good ears, so to speak, and my ears have heard that they don't get along very well, and she openly insults him in public.
It'll be a strange confrontation if we ever see her.
This Mr. Blue character, from what I know of him, he tends to deal in test subjects, so if he was observing fighters in some kind of arena, then maybe that's where he's getting that supply. Maybe it's something you could look into.
I mean,
He's
lost his
never
old
attended
supply.
before. That was a new thing. He's become more of a public figure, and it's very difficult to drag somebody into the public, but when they start to step into it, that's when you can start throwing the shit.
So where do I fall into this?
Well, I would let you rest and have a break, but time's kind of of the essence. I have a contact at the docks that I need some sneaky types and somebody who's proficient with this kind of thing to go and secure me another head. This one we've already paid for. We just need to make sure it's the real deal. I figured you, and she gestures towards Clementine, you could verify that it's an actual Warforged head, and you could watch her back.
Okay.
There's just one issue with that. I'm not a part of your gang.
No, I understand.
I was kind of promised if I did you guys one favor that I would get a little bit of a escort, and I don't want to get trapped into...
You want into Blue Industries.
I do.
We want into Blue Industries. I need you to open a door. We're not going until tomorrow night. So, in the meantime, I need this to set up us being able to get into Blue Industries. Because I need the trap. Without the trap, it's going to push back us going in maybe a week, maybe a month. But the opportunity is here. I'd like to take it. And if you want to poke around at the original, see what you can glean for your own personal interest, feel free.
I think at this point, Clementine looks like visibly uncomfortable. Kind of like eyes darting to him specifically to see like what his body language is saying.
I was a little nervous, but that's like normal around her, the boss. So, but he tends to like listen to what she says, even if he doesn't like it. So.
I think
at this point, I'd like to remind you, you still feel a faint presence in the back of your head.
Yeah.
There's somebody else still in town.
Makes me feel a little better, but not necessarily in this room. What? I've made a habit of dealing with some rough folks, and it tends to end me up on the bad side of the bed in the morning. So what assurances do I have that I will be in that facility tomorrow?
If you get me that from the person we're getting the delivery from, I promise you. That's one. Two, I'll even give you a little bit of information that we've discovered on the clicker widgets. She just slowly smiles like a cat.
I will kind of like, I'm twiddling my fingers in my jacket, but I'll walk over there and I'll give her the pinky.
She extends the pinky.
Okay.
She looks you like, and it's done. She's actually crouched down to where she's like almost eye level with you, and she goes, "I was a little girl once too. Maybe not as little as you, because you're a gnome, but
average size."
She's like, I don't want you to go into the base with us tomorrow. I want you to open the door. What you do afterwards, if you want to go in, I'm gonna leave that up to you. But we're not gonna drag you any farther than the front door. Well, hopefully the back door. She's like, I've killed a lot of people, but I've never killed children.
That was the first for everything. In my head, not saying that. I'll withdraw the pinky. Satisfied.
She looks over at you, Neo. Just don't make a liar out of me. Protect her.
Okay.
You're going to the docks. It's late. Be sneaky if you can.
Yep.
Or stay as much in the light as you can. Somewhere in the middle, you're going to disappear. You know how it is at this time of night. However, she like slowly looks over to Ken. There is one person who objects with this plan. You see Ken go, I would like to escort you instead, and I want you to stay. And he's looking right at you, Nia. I'll take her. You could stay.
Isn't that just smarter then?
You see, like, Zimnia's like fighting back, saying something.
Minus one social credit.
I mean,
from the core, like back by the door, you hear, he doesn't think you're ready. He thinks you're gonna get killed. I'm betting you are.
oh, well, if you're betting, then I might be fine.
I'm just saying, I think Neo handled himself pretty well in the last time. I don't know how much more dangerous this is than last time, but maybe Ken is a bit of overkill.
Zimnia, that Cheshire cat grin comes back, and she goes, I don't want him to go because everybody knows he works for me. You've disappeared for a little bit, and you're kind of affiliated, but you're not at all. So I can hand wave him, and I can blatantly say you're not part of our crew. Shouldn't be a problem. We've dealt with him in the past, but we don't typically augment. We don't have a lot of... We've got a couple of people with some augments, but that's their choice. It's not ours.
I'll look at Neo and just give this really awkward, like, big smile, like double thumbs up.
Like you actually see Ken spits to the side and says the Reforged are abominations.
Huh. Yes. I mean, I'm not trying to get killed.
You see the dwarf in the back just grin and starts to get bigger and bigger. And I'm going to give you the free insight check on that one of you feel like if you don't go, he wins. Like the bet still
He's
goes.
betting against you, literally.
I have to outlive him at least. Fuck it, maybe I come back and kill my first person. It's fucking Kane. Sure, why not?
Ken just nods, does the like, hi. He leaves. He steps out of the room. So he's like, okay, here is the address that you need. She hands it to you because you've been here before.
Okay.
You can tell it's one of the. It's on the really close to the shanty town side of the docks.
Okay.
More shadier side of places, a little less official, a little bit more closer to the black market.
Okay.
Not actually in the black market, which is in the sub level, but you get what I'm saying. You know that this is going to be dangerous?
Mm-hmm.
Potentially. It still depends on how successful you are getting there, unseen or blatant, depending on which path you choose on this.
Yeah.
And as long as everything goes according to plan with the deal, you should be fine.
Surely.
On that slip, it says the confirmation is cat's paw. That's the code phrase that you give the individual. And he will his question when you arrive will be thorn in the
cat's paw. Okay.
So Kane will escort you out. She goes back to watching the screens.
Okay. I'll drop back a little bit behind Kane to try to get out of like earshot with him. And be like, so hey, I know I like tried to like leave you, but then I also like saved you, right? So like we're like totally cool, right?
Let's just get this over with. I don't really want to mess with Blue Industries that much if I can help it.
Like, I will actually extend my hand, and if you don't shake it, I will shake my own hand.
I'll like drop my hand towards her so she has to grab it.
Okay.
Now, it's not that difficult to get to where you're going if you're going in the light. There's a good chance that something happens, that guard might see it, one of the white guard, because they patrol and on their dragons. However, there's a better chance of you being spotted than there being a problem. Now, if you go stealthy, there's no backup officially. Like I said, you can still sense Lucas in the connection.
Okay.
But you're not sure how close he is because it doesn't feel very clear.
Okay. What do you think? This is your operation. I am just the meat suit.
Meat suit. I don't really know anything about where we're going, so I'm just kind of going in blind here.
I can give you directions, but how do you want to approach this is what I'm asking you. Not necessarily where are we going, what's the plan, all that.
I say we just stick to the shadows as best we can.
You want to go sneaky?
Try to stay unseen.
Okay.
If I fiddle with this head, can I try to get it to blink again?
Sure, give it a shot.
Is this an intelligence check or spellcasting?
Yeah, spellcasting.
Damn, this thing does not want to cooperate. 5.
Nothing.
Yours has to do with machines in general, or specific ones?
Kind of like look at him a little bit, and it's something like that. I kind of see them differently, I guess. Computers.
Okay. Alright, I guess we head out.
Yeah.
We're gonna try sneaking, I guess.
Okay.
We'll go that way.
Give me some stealth checks.
Alright.
Now, the head, are you carrying it like with you like a football?
Football.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you want to bring it here, or do you want to leave it with like Kane at the door?
I have specifically been told that I'm holding on to this for a little while to look at it. I don't leave it with him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. 15.
Okay, 15. What you got?
Mine's a bit worse. This is a 10.
You guys make it from the entertainment district over near the main street side. Nobody seems to notice or care if they do see you.
Okay.
Easy peasy. Let's get another stealth check.
During this one, I'm actually going to like dip my finger into my shadow, and I'm gonna write out like a symbol, and then I'm gonna spawn the bird.
Okay.
11.
Also 11.
11? Okay. You make it you make it from the main street into farther slightly into like the merchant's side, restaurants, not a problem. And you get into the area where you're starting to see more of like the lower income and shadier stuff, but it's not quite the shanty town yet. It's still.
Is this shantytown where I entered the city initially? Like,
You came up Main Street.
oh, okay.
You
So is
came
that
right
is
up
that
the front
on
gate.
the low level? Like the
That's on the bottom level. The bottom level is like, it's weird. It's like the main street runs straight to the docks
Mhm.
from the entrance.
Yeah.
But to like, if you were like standing with your back to the main entrance,
Mhm.
to the left is like the entertainment district stuff, some shops and the like inns and things like that, and it loops back around to the docks on one side.
Mhm.
And the docks ring the inside of the city like a U.
Yeah.
Like a horseshoe or a U. And then, but the nicer, more like merchant related side of the docks is over on that side.
Okay.
But if you go to the other side, it starts to get where the shadier
the
sides, where
yeah.
more of the smugglers come in and more of like the nefarious types.
Okay.
Over that side is actually like the shadier side is the stacks.
Okay. Interesting.
So make sure I'm saying the right thing. Is it Shantytown or is it the slums? 1 second.
So it seems like there's like the main street is like a clear line.
Yeah.
Because you got the entertainment and all the rich people on one side, and then you got the.
I'm sorry, it's the slums. I
Slums.
misspoke. The slums. The shantytown is in the sublevel.
Okay.
So,
All right, bro. That's funny.
yeah. Do we see anybody out in the street? This is late. This is like
This is
3 in
late.
the morning, right?
So like the people that you do see are also kind of like avoiding the light like you are, so, and trying not to notice and not be noticed at the same time.
Okay.
Or there are people that are like that are workers that are dumping out trash, or they're like throwing stuff, or moving cargo or something like that.
Okay. Anybody that
You would see carts coming up from the main street on the
Okay.
from the docks, like that are like
Probably
doing
going to
deliveries.
are they actual carts like pulled by horses?
Some are. Some are mechanical.
Okay.
Some are like steam powered looking things.
We saw like a Model T, like
yeah,
looking
like
thing.
there's actually like automobile
Like
looking
cars,
things
yeah.
too.
Okay.
Do I see anybody that looks like they're shooting us any weird looks as we're making our way down?
Make a perception check.
Can I make one with the eagle?
Perception.
Jesus.
20.
20?
30, 20.
13.
13? Nobody that's like giving you weird looks, but you definitely make like eye contact across the street with somebody as you're going.
Okay.
That's a bit concerning.
But like they when they realize what they're doing, they kind of like put their head down and keep going. Tiefling.
Okay. I won't turn my head.
Not sure what from this distance. It's hard to tell coloration and stuff.
I won't turn my head.
Put the hood up a little
But
more.
if they come around, I want to try to catch them on the side of my eye. Like just make sure, just see if they're following.
Okay. With that 20, you see them going, like they're continuing on that.
Okay.
Avoiding, specifically like crossing the streets to avoid the lights that are out.
Okay.
But other than that, you don't see any kind of same kind of thing you guys would be doing.
All right.
Interesting.
Just two people sneaking around in the middle of the night. But so you've made it into the slum area, and now you're going to try and get to the docks. It's the last leg of this. One more stealth check.
12.
23.
23. You feel pretty confident that if people did see you, they didn't care.
Okay.
If the people that would have cared didn't see you. So
Okay.
one of those situations, and you get to the docks. If you look on the map, right where like that first area is, right there in the middle, not the water side, but where the is it? You guys come up there. So you guys want to put your figs on the board,
Yeah.
and you can see there's somebody. If you want to put this guy in that boat there, the bigger one,
The bigger one?
the bigger boat, yeah.
This guy.
Shuffling around on a boat, moving cargo around.
Okay.
Can we
Is
tell
this door open?
Hmm?
Is this door open?
Sorry, you're on the street side.
Oh,
My
over
bad.
here.
My bad. Yeah.
Oh,
Street
gotcha.
side.
Gotcha.
On camera, I couldn't actually see where you're figuring. There we go.
I figured we were up here and then going down.
Yeah. Okay. Does he look like he's acknowledged us at all?
To the left of you, there's definitely some sort of like warehouse building.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's probably
Gotcha,
what the door
gotcha.
is. Okay.
Does he look like he's clocked us at all? And he's like,
Doesn't seem to right on, at the moment. And at this distance, you can almost hear like a faint whistling sound, but it sounds more like.
Almost
okay.
robotic.
Kinda, almost like it's from a speaker.
Okay.
Do I look and see anyone else at all?
Give me a perception check or an investigation check from either one.
Go investigation. Okay.
I got an 18 on perception.
18, nice. Only thing you guys are making out at the moment is him.
Okay. I will confidently.
There's crates and stuff that are on here, and some of them have like shipping labels for like different places. Like this is probably somebody's going to come and pick up the cargo from here and deliver it somewhere.
Do I feel any kind of signature? Like, do I feel like I feel the head? I don't know if I even could do that, but
You want to try and like reach out and see if you can sense things like that?
I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Go.
So I cast it?
Roll me a spell attack to see if you can
Okay.
project it forward.
I think that's 17.
You reach out and kind of like, almost like radar, like. Normally, this would be something you would do with some of your creations or like things of technical systems and whatnot. But this time, when you reach out, you definitely feel something from the guy whistling on the boat.
Okay.
And there are like faint, almost like echoes coming from multiple things on that boat.
Okay.
Itself, like
Nothing from
not like he gives off like a definite like zing. The other things on the boat give off like a hollow feeling of that.
Does he feel familiar at all?
Would you recognize a signature like that?
I don't know. Maybe if I spend enough time with something.
Roll an intelligence check.
Intelligence 16.
16. You have dark vision?
60 feet.
60 feet.
I think, right? Yeah.
Not quite, I don't think.
It's a little too dim from this.
Okay.
This
I was gonna
make it.
Very confidently stroll over there anyway.
Go ahead and move your figs in.
Okay.
This guy's got his back.
Should always
As you approach, he looks over quickly. And the hood's up, but you can definitely see like the bottom part of like a warforged face.
Okay.
And he goes, something stuck in a. There's a code word. Hold on.
Look at him. Not very professional.
Damn it. Something about stuck in a. What's stuck in a? Something stuck in a. Something like that.
Something's stuck in here.
Nope, you guys are the wrong guys. Okay.
Cat's paw.
Cat's paw. Cat's paw.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Good. Very good.
All good. Cool.
With this kind of like rambly, kind of like chaotic nature, how would you react to hearing Beckett's?
Yeah, I knew it. Just immediately, the thunder cannon's out, and I'm walking to the edge of that dock, like with a purpose.
He looks up a little bit from like what he's shuffling through. It's like, oh,
you son of a bitch!
You made it!
You son of a bitch! Where's the thing? Give me the thing.
What thing? Oh, the thing you're here for. Okay,
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
Oh, he shuffles and he pulls out a barrel and like rolls it across the dock off the boat to you. Like,
How big is this barrel? Is it gonna take
it's
me out?
about no, it's like Donkey Kong.
Okay, I know. That's what I was thinking
No,
of.
it's very much
Head
like
sized.
it's a
Head
small
sized.
cast.
Okay.
As I stop the barrel, I'm gonna whip that thunder cannon out. I'm gonna point it at him.
Easy, kid. We're good.
You know, somebody in this town is collecting, warforged heads. Maybe yours would suffice their little collection.
What did I tell you? Don't trust anybody. And what did you do?
Yeah,
You
but that doesn't mean don't trust you. That means like
that's
a
anybody.
generally accepted thing, you know?
Listen, he promised me he wasn't gonna kill you. And here you are, still alive.
No thanks to you.
He promised.
I feel like I should know what's happening, but I also don't want to know. Just gonna park the eagle like up on the corner of the building, like on the roof, just to keep scouting.
Scanning.
Yeah.
Doesn't pick up anybody coming. Doesn't seem. Just what's going on here at the moment seems to be the draw.
Okay.
What did he offer you to sell me out?
It was a lot of money.
That's always what it is.
You got it on you?
No.
Inside check.
Sure.
Damn it! Not one.
You make like a quick elevator of them and, and you don't see like a big bulging sack of coins or like a treasure chest on the boat.
Yeah.
You don't remember him owning a boat?
No.
Like he was very much like a
a
shady dealer
Yeah.
out of New Eberron. He wasn't.
That he can afford it.
Well, he can now, apparently.
What do I feel anything else from?
That hollow feeling is you also get from this barrel. So you can tell like that you can put two and two together at this point and go the hollow feelings from Warforged parts.
Okay. Is his boat anchored?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's tethered. It's not. There's not an anchor anchored.
Okay.
He's wrapped it around the pylon.
I still got it out.
Blicky,
The blicky out.
the fucking blicky.
He
Hey,
doesn't
run
have
those
his
pockets,
hands up,
bitch.
but he's
Yeah.
got like he's presenting the shoulder profile to you while he's still like moving stuff around on the boat, like and adjusting the netting.
So are you playing both sides now? Is that what this is?
Oh, kid, I told you gotta play your side. When you pick a side that's not in your interest, that's when things blow up in your face.
Oh, okay.
I'm genuinely glad you're okay. I don't dislike you. I think you're okay for as far as kids go. But
if she could like have a flushed like red face, she's flushed. Speaking of blowing up in your face, and I'm gonna shoot the boat. I'm trying to shoot a hole in the boat.
go for it.
Okay.
Roll an attack roll.
On a boat, 13.
13.
I'm just trying to shoot a hole in the bottom and sink it.
You clip the side of it and like splinters of wood shoot off, but you didn't quite hit solid enough for it to like crack in. You need more of a dead shot on it. And he goes, wait, hey, and you see him like gently pull out two hand axes. Let's not do anything stupid.
We got the head. Let's just leave.
I'm still holding him. Neo, take the head.
What?
Get the barrel.
Okay. Are you gonna give me the other one too, or just that one?
We'll figure it
I
out.
kind of need both.
We'll figure
The
it
other
out.
one's still with Kane.
It's a game.
Oh, it's with Kane. Okay.
That was a little side thing.
We'll figure it out when we get back. Just get the barrel.
You know, I'm vibing. You don't really want to spend time around us, which I get it. Sure. Toss it over.
I'm gonna try to like push it while keeping my.
Give me a athletics check
Oh God.
to roll it or to aim it correctly.
4.
And, like,
Rolled in water.
you roll it and it does that thing where it like
No.
catches and just pivots right back at you a little bit, but not. It's still a little farther away, but it just rolled like a foot and then turned.
Neo, this thing is huge. Please take the barrel.
Okay. I'm gonna grab it.
Okay. I'll let him kind of get out of the way. Has he moved at all?
He's
Where are you standing? Like here?
You've
And I'll
seen
move,
him like in like
Sit around here.
mug somebody before, and
Oh, yeah.
he's in that stance where like he's not moving at all.
Okay.
He's like, but you've seen him explode forward and like leap across like pretty good distances, and you know those axes.
Oh yeah.
He can hurl those things pretty good.
Okay.
This doesn't have to end with me adding more parts to my ship, kid. You took a shot. I'll give it to you. I'm sorry.
You know, sometimes sorry doesn't cut it.
Sometimes knives do.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
But you
tell
brought
him
knives
that
to a gunfight.
Oh, he's like, he's saying, oh, okay, kid, but like, I won't tell him that you're here.
Mid sentence, I want to use charm construct.
Oh, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got a wisdom save.
Wisdom. Oh God.
Oh God.
Oh God. Let's see what happens. Oh, play poker face. I got a 15.
Damn it! Damn it! Ah, he passes.
And he's like, what were you gonna have him like? Because it would change him to friendly.
Yeah.
He goes, well, what the hell is that?
What the hell was what? And I blast the boat again.
As you shoot the boat, he hurls a knife.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, an axe. He just.
All right.
So roll your attack. He's gonna roll his.
I want to use the wave this time. I wanna use the
God.
burst,
Okay.
yeah. So he's got the boat's got a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no!
I'm
on a boat.
Right. After I fire it, I'm running.
All right.
Hit and run.
Roll to 19.
19. Oh yeah.
Roll the 19.
No. That's not the
Okay,
save. This is
okay.
the attack.
Okay.
Oh, that'll hit me. Yeah.
So that's a. It's gonna hit. For.
I have a little bit more hit points now than I used to, but I don't know if it's enough to survive this guy.
It nicks this like it like slices into your collarbone and past like
Okay.
through for 8 damage.
I will-
And you hear it reappear in his hand
Okay.
as your shockwave hits the ship and it shit. See how bad it is.
Okay.
I rolled a 3.
Okay. All right.
Ship bucks up, cracks in half at the center, and slaps back down in the water and starts to sink.
Yeah. I'm running.
And he's like he's rearing back to throw another one. He's like, you little shit.
He's in the boat as it's
Yeah,
sinking.
he's like, oh, fuck shit.
Does he go under?
Yeah, he goes over.
Yes!
A barrel
Yes.
smacked him in the chest
Yes,
and he
thank
got
God.
knocked over.
Thank God. I'm like, I imagine this is like, I shoot it, I run, and I'm like, action hero, like jumping, I'm like, dock, I'm like,
Have you ever fired a gun while leaping through the air? No.
and
He's
he's
fired 2 guns.
before he gets a chance to swim or do whatever. Can I see him in the water? Is he sinking?
It goes like, if you've ever seen a boat sink, they're pretty slow. If you ever seen a boat crack in half and sink, it actually goes a little bit faster
Okay.
because now like the air pockets and channels that are built into the hull will fill and like he's heavy
Yeah.
and there's a lot of heavy
He's
metal
dense.
on this ship.
As soon as
At
I
least he
saw
doesn't
him,
need to breathe, bro.
as soon as I saw him, I was like, that's a
But you just see like
weird decision.
like the surface and the dark of night. Even with your dark vision, you're just seeing like a solid surface that's just
okay.
an occasional.
I'm fucking running.
And it doesn't
Yeah.
seem like what you would like. I would say you wouldn't recognize it as somebody's bubbles from breathing or like letting out oxygen. It's just like little pockets of air that are escaping because they're
Yeah.
not like concentrated. Like
Supposed to be air that's trapped inside of his body too. Do I still feel his brain
Mhm.
down there? Okay.
He's down there, and you actually feel it getting farther away.
Okay.
Oh my god, that's deep.
Yeah.
As we're running, I would suggest let's break open the barrel. Let's break
Just
open the
as a
barrel.
point of reference, this dock could actually take an actual galleon size
Oh
ship.
shit, so it's
Like
deep.
it's
Okay.
deep.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, let's. I want to try to as we're running. Let's break open that barrel.
Climb up.
Yeah. Let's break open that barrel.
Water resistance.
How can we? Do you have anything to break this barrel open?
I
I can just blast it. I don't want to break the head.
Stab it with the fucking scimitar.
Can we
Try to pry it open.
Yeah, can we try to pry it open?
Do you stop and do that, or do you try to do it while you're running?
I mean, we can do it while we're running, but I feel like it'd be hard.
Okay, so we'll say you get to the edge of the slums.
Okay.
And then kind of tuck off to the side. Give me a stealth check on that.
Okay.
And then we'll get some checks.
Stealth?
Mhm.
11.
11. 8. Phenomenal. All right. Yeah, you're tucked into like the side of a building. And how do you want to open this?
I guess I'll like take the wakizashi Ken gave me and try to like pry it open.
Okay. Give me a strength or a dex check. A strength would be like a brute force it, and a dex would be like kind of work the seal on it to try and
8 dex.
You can tell this is going to work, but this is going to take probably about 5 minutes if you keep doing it at this rate.
Okay.
Do you want to keep working?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll again?
No, you already set your proficiency on this. You see him like finessing his way through the wax that's around the edge of the top of this thing and the rounded part of the barrel cask, because its barrel's bigger cask size of things. Do you want to help with this?
I can try. I was gonna look at the box or the barrel and see if there's anything markings on it again, like anything indication.
This one looks like a nondescript item.
It was meant for the Black Hands.
Did it fit anything else that was on that boat, or it looked like it was stolen? Like Beckett stole it, or did he like put it in the barrel, or like how was he doing with? Like, did he have it? Was it already Blue Industries and then it got stolen?
This like head that you got in a jar essentially. This was his. This is something he had. I'll give you that. Like it wasn't. There's no Blue Industries markings on anything. This is, and you know that he's done this.
Yeah,
he's a harvester.
Yeah,
he's got connections to the Church of the Singularity. Well, you know them as the Cult of the Singularity, but yeah.
Real upstanding citizen. Okay. Now I'll help him.
Yeah.
Bust it open.
So it won't take that full
5 minutes
time now if you can roll better. How do you
want to fucking roll better than me?
How do you help?
I will, as he's trying to pry it.
How do you want to help this?
I will stand on the hilt of the scimitar and like try to bounce it.
Like pogo stick?
Yeah, literally.
Give me a dexterity check. Or acrobatics, whichever.
Break this sword, I swear to God.
Acrobatics? 21.
21? Yeah, you with the extra weight to like push through it. It doesn't seem to make sense, but it's working.
It like pops open.
And then you're able to hop off at the last second before it, like the blade punches through and like tips the lid up, like not straight up, but like at an angle.
Okay.
So it's now like
it doesn't
like a door, like a round door essentially on the inside, and you're able to pop that out, and it's in some sort of liquid in here. You can feel it sloshing around.
Is it the same like kind of viscous like?
No.
Okay.
It smells like pickles.
Uh-oh.
All right, machine lady. Go ahead.
I'll like reach in there and pull it out.
Yeah. And it slooshes off of it, the just dripping pickle juice.
Oh, it's literally.
It's actual pickle juice.
Okay.
And you go. The acidity would actually help with. Okay.
So it's an actual Warforged head. Like
it's definitely a Warforged head. It's not as ornate or decorative as the one that you saw before, but this is definitely looks like a Warforged soldier head. It's got the emblem on the forehead and everything.
Okay. From Eberron still, we thinks.
This is Warforged.
Okay.
It's not Forgeborn.
All right.
Good.
Charles, all right.
Connection, I guess.
Yeah, can I try to do that?
Yeah.
Keep my hands away from the wires as I
try to energize this thing. Your bird's still watching because you haven't recalled it yet. See a metal hand on the dock, and another one, and you see Beckett climbing up out of the water.
Do you want to do this running or?
We can do a move. We can take his mobile.
Yeah, let's take a move. Let's take a mobile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Taking our pickles to go.
You cut across into the next area, across into the main street. Are you going quick now and like using the lights? Are you
Yes,
still stealthing?
I say we're just
running.
running.
I
I say we're
we're
running
full
at this
sprinting.
point.
Yeah, at this point, like you cross
Exactly how it
over,
went last
you cross
time.
over Main Street,
Yeah.
and like almost bump into that tiefling person from before. Like they're like, whoa, and they're like, oh, I mean,
Sorry. Sorry, man.
Sorry. Excuse us.
it's like I am the knight. It doesn't run away, you know.
I'm gonna have the bird like slowly follow, but I'm gonna make sure it's at like max distance to keep an eye on him.
Okay.
He gets out and he immediately like puts his hand to the ground and his eyes glow green, and then you see one of them just and faintly, only because it's the eyes of an eagle that's looking at this, you can see like almost like a targeting reticle appears in his eye.
What the fuck?
Bounty acquired.
Oh god.
Dude, you could actually have your eagle like fly over him, like
Yeah.
directly over him, and it could be like a spotter to tell us where he is. Like,
Yeah, that's
actively.
what I'm intending.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Okay, so then we'll have him just like kind of circle him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay. How is we already made it out of the slums, kind of like we're
Yep.
okay.
You're across the main street and heading through the entertainment area. Sorry, the merchant area into the entertainment area.
Okay.
Hey, move.
As soon as we get to the casinos, like within a minute or two of a walk, I'll slow down and start to try to get into the head a little bit. Can I try
Sure,
to see if I
go
can
for
get
it.
it to turn on? 12?
This one, blink, blink, powers up with like a faint blue behind the lights.
Oh.
I'm sorry, behind the eyes.
Okay.
And you immediately get like designation R53. Standard Guardian mode. Base programming parameters.
Hi.
System check. Mobility fail. Limb check fail.
Can I like put my hand on his forehead and I want to try to see if I can. This is a stretch, but I want to see if I can like get into his brain a little bit and see if I can like maybe get his last memory or something.
If he has.
Yeah, if he has anything.
What is your spell DC?
13.
You find no resistance to this.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay. I'll go in then and see if I can get maybe just a last memory of like what he was doing.
The last thing you see him doing was what appears to be farm work.
Okay.
And in the distance, you can see the outside of New Eberron, like a good distance away, but it's that city's so humongous that you can see it for miles and miles and miles. But it's some sort of farm that he's tilling with. The way it looks, it's like your standard issue, like rows of crops, but then like there's racks that run along that also have multiple layers of soil that's somehow suspended there with more crops growing.
Bird's doing
On
fucking
multiple.
Minecraft farming, bro.
Okay. This looks like a.
And then he turns to see Beckett, which you recognize Beckett, with his hand outstretched and the glint of the blade, and then nothing.
When he does that, does he have a target reticle in his eye? Like when
He does.
Damn. Okay. All right.
Oh god.
When I exit that moment, like that memory, does the thing turn off or does it just stay on?
Still on.
Oh, okay. Then I'll walk it like on.
And it's like in your head, you can hear it like saying, "System failure, cannot reboot, require maintenance, require repair."
I like
Lost additional programming, cannot connect to expanded parameters.
I like don't know if I can redo this because I failed thus far, so I will like hold it at arm's length and try not to jiggle it too much, as if to undo what I've done. But
you guys make it into the next. You get into the back. Kane's already there waiting for you with the door open. He's like, "Damn it!
Like I said,
What is she, your lucky charm?"
I don't feel that lucky.
I fucking hope not. It doesn't feel that lucky to me.
Oh man.
First time I met
I
her.
hope not as crazy.
Oh hell no!
Fine. First time I met her,
Oh
I'm
man!
being experimented on, bro. Fuck that.
When you say that comment though, like Kane's like kind of like he's always got a kind of sneer towards you. His face softens for like half a second, with like you almost see sympathy creep out, and then like boom, back up to like the asshole's face. You know, just like roll an insight check.
That was actually decent. What the fuck? 18.
That was a genuine moment. You're not
Nope.
sure what that means.
Ugh. Don't go soft on me, old man.
Dwarves are hard as rock.
You won't be when I'm fucking done with you.
Yeah, get in there.
Once I get
You
my
hear
powers
you
back.
hear mumble something like
She
a
like
couple months he's gonna be taller than me.
she like looks back. She's very clearly enjoying the banter and just big smile. You know.
Oh, you got this one's eyes to light up.
Once I get my powers back, you're fucked.
You want to see what else is gonna light up?
Turn it up to 11.
Yeah. So we'll follow him back to wherever he's going.
He'll actually take you back to that first interrogation room that you guys first came into.
Okay, thank God.
He'll open the door and say, "Just wait in here," and he leaves the door open and walks away.
So do you think we should have told him that we pissed off the contact?
I mean, you did it, not me.
We're a team. We're a team.
I mean, oh. She might not be happy, but
Ken
I'll tell
appears
Ken.
in the doorway.
Does he walk in normally, or is he like just there? looking around?
You're not sure how long he's been staying in
Okay. I'm scared. Okay. No.
Oh,
He does a slight bow.
Hi, Mr. Ken.
Congratulations. You have done very well.
Is this the part where you take this? I'll like hold up the head. His eyes are still glowing. Like I'm still able to keep it. Okay.
He actually pulls out like a almost looks like what you would recognize in real life as like a bowling bag, like bowling ball
okay.
bag.
Yeah.
And like sets it in there. But you can tell this would be something that somebody would use to like carry medical supplies with.
Okay.
Like almost like a doctor's handbag.
Yeah.
okay.
And he takes that, leans outside, and you hear from Kane as he hands the item off.
Okay.
And then takes the original one back.
Okay.
Hands it to you.
All right.
Familiarize yourself with this, please. I will need you to use our facilities to create whatever is on this that is not on that and add it to it. It needs to look good enough to pass not a close inspection, but at least a
Spot check.
like somebody looks in and sees it.
Okay.
So it has to have like all the ornate decorations and shit. Like, okay.
The broken pieces of the helm and
Okay. Interesting.
so.
Yeah, I'll
When you're ready, let me know, and we'll take you.
Just
We'll
fucking
take you to that part of the facility.
dismembering someone's fucking.
And he
severed
just
head.
taps his ear and he's like, "Let me know." And he steps out of the room.
Okay.
You think we should have told him that there's a guy following us?
I'm going to do
Okay.
that now. and that's when I like tap on the earring, make sure he can hear me.
Mm-hmm. Hush.
Okay. Well,
Do you say this stuff out loud? Can I hear you like on the phone?
yes,
Okay.
So you understand this functions like a walkie-talkie,
yes.
so that if you say this, anybody who can hear this can hear this.
Fuck.
I want to remind you of that. I don't want to trap you in a silly moment, but it would be kind of funny. But at the same time, like I want you to know
First
that going into it.
First one.
Can you meet me in my room tonight?
Oh,
Ken
yeah.
to Channel 5.
You're Kane like, oh.
Ken to Channel 5.
You just hear,
Oh.
that's it.
I'll leave a note. I'll leave a note on my counter. On the counter.
I
Pretty sure he heard.
Okay.
I'll take the head. Is like they didn't lead us back to our room, so we're just kind of chilling in here, right?
Doors open.
Yes.
He said, "Let me know when you're ready. We'll take you to the other part of the facility where you can
I'm gonna
manufacture the."
I'm going to separate and cash in that casino token.
Yeah.
We have 50 gold, bro.
Is there a cool place in this building that I can go that's not this room?
It's a fucking casino, bro. Start gambling.
I mean, you start wandering around, you don't know how far you're walking without an escort.
Is there a bar?
You can go out to the casino if you want to go to the bar. You want to leave the head behind, or
No.
Okay.
Keep a severed head with you as you start drinking.
Well, there's the
underage drinking, baby. Let's go.
the glass is the two pane glass is able to see all this area too, right? Like the
Well, you're in the interrogation room.
yeah.
You're
So
not in the Overwatch.
so if I go out of the interrogation room, can I make it down to the casino with him and like go to like a bar or something?
Yeah, you came in from that way.
Okay.
Origin-
Will they
originally.
stop me or anything?
You don't know.
Okay, I will go anyway.
Okay. Yeah, you hit those double doors, and where are you headed?
I was gonna cash in the casino token.
Okay, so yeah, you hear the of the feet behind you.
It's the faint smell of pickles.
I hope not.
And then you look back to see Clementine coming up behind you.
She's still two-handed in the head. She just kind of looks at it.
I don't know how I feel about you carrying around someone's severed head in a fucking casino.
It's not like it's not like that. With these kinds of things, they're more like they just need a little bit of extra help. They're not dead. They don't die. They store information. It's just like if somebody lost an arm, they're still them. They just maybe need a little bit of help. It's not the same. You just gotta think about it different.
You're at the swinging doors.
I guess. But
He lost his body.
it's kind of people still here. So I'm sure
How busy is this casino at 4 o'clock in the morning?
3 or 4 in the morning, yeah.
You want to peek through the double door?
Yeah. It's 4 o'clock in the morning.
There's like a dedicated like half dozen people pulling on those like slot machine looking
The
things.
attics. Okay, the attics.
They're there. the main tables are closed for like the cards and the roulette and the things of that nature.
Okay.
And there's there's one bartender. It's not the cat person you've seen in the past. It is a cat person, but this one like a blonde cat lady.
Okay. She's blonde.
Mhm.
So, okay. Is she her ears still black?
Mm-mm.
No, they're white.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Can I
Interesting.
Can I try to peek in on the eagle real quick?
He has moved into the stack. Do you want the eagle to follow inside?
Fuck no.
Okay. You saw him hit like he was like beelining along the course that you guys took, and he stopped and turned and went down the street and made his way through the side, one of the side entrances to the stack that where you would go if you were like a supplier or you were bringing contestants in.
Okay. He's not following us.
For now.
Don't know if I like where he went either, so.
Give me a perception check. See if you can notice something.
16.
He still has the reticle, the targeting reticle enough.
Okay.
I will bravely walk over to the bar like I own the place. I'll pop the head up on one of the stools, and I'll climb up the stool, and then I'll take the head off the stool and put it on the counter. And I'll just see what she does. Like, see if she, like, just looks at me like, what are you doing here?
You ever seen, like, when you do something cool and, like, a house cat just kind of looks at you?
Yeah.
And it doesn't, like, really react really much?
Okay.
She's kind of like...
Okay.
A little bit, and then goes... Something for the two of you? Yeah?
I would like 2 Shirley Temples, please.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah?
Wait, is that canon? The Shirley Temple exists in this universe? Never mind.
It does now.
She brings you over 2 drinks that have cherries floating in them.
Nice. Nice. I will put the straws together and I will start drinking both of them while Well, I try to again to get this thing to work. Yeah, I want to try to get it to turn on and do the same thing I did to the last one, maybe. Sure. Then I can add something if it will help. Will it help?
It would definitely help to add something to that.
14?
14. You see it flicker, and the eyes have been red. It goes, do, 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 and it goes, do, blue, 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 red, red, blue, 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 red, red. But you don't feel it turn on. But definitely did something.
Is it? No.
Here's an idea. I have my. I'll pull out the thunder gun, and I'll pop out the energy canister. Is there any way I could attach that to this head?
You want to start working on that?
Yeah, I want to try it.
Okay. It's a Tinker's check.
Yeah.
So this would be a Arcana check or sleight of hand, depending on how you want to approach it. Whether it's almost like what you know of how these things are built and trying to facilitate using their systems, or if you're trying to rig something and be finesseful with it and try and like attach the cables and like test things.
I'm going at this more of a general engineering sense than like I know how Warforged work, type of thing. So like I guess like
the Arcana.
Oh god, it's so bad. Arcana. 6.
It's just
no.
You expect certain things to work, and it doesn't react.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you got that chip.
Yeah.
Are you going with the little one to the bar?
I'm gonna cash it first and then rejoin her.
Yeah, you go over to the cage where you could acquire chips or return chips for currency.
Yeah.
There is a big boy Goliath on the other side of the cage, but he's wearing like that, almost like a Wild West banker style uniform.
Nice. Okay.
He goes, "Welcome. What you got?"
I'm gonna like flip it at him.
You don't want to like play?
No, I just want the money.
Oh. Okay. Would you like that in silver or gold?
Preferably gold.
Oh, okay. He takes the chip, like, looks at it, runs it under a little, like, thing that looks like almost like looks like a stapler, but it's a little higher, and then, like, a little ding goes off from his, sets the chip down, pulls out a drawer, like a lockbox, pulls it up, goes, He continues to do this until he's got 50 gold worth of coins, and he slides them into the chute and pushes them over to your side.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you for playing.
Kane sends his regards.
If you'd like to bet on yourself, I could arrange that.
I don't need to. He's
got
me
covered. Good idea. This sounds like a good idea. That's like a great investment.
He's got me covered.
He kind of smiles. Goes back to looking like he's working.
He's got like Tetris
moving,
on his computer.
He's moving stacks of stuff to one side every once in a while, moving the cash box to a different spot into this little cage that he's in.
Nice.
Okay.
Wrap that shit up, go to the bar.
Just as like a general thing, does it look like the canister's not hooking up right, or is it like a power issue?
It's like this positive charge and this negative charge should do this when you attach it to a Warforged head. They're not reacting the way you expect.
Okay. Kind of looking around. Do I see any unoccupied slot machines?
Ooh, that's a good question. Roll perception, because that's a maybe. It's a very good maybe. While I roll this percentile dice. It's
15.
3 or 4 a.m.
15.
What do you get?
15.
15? Yeah. There's one.
Okay.
I was gonna say.
I would like to walk over to it. And I know I got one of these to
What are you
work
doing with the head?
before. Oh, I'm bringing it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's coming with me. I want to try, if the energy's not working from the canister, I'll pop that back in the Thunder Gun and holster that. Can I try to maybe run this Warforged head, like insert it into the circuit of the slot machine, the electronic slot machine?
Open this back of it.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, you're gonna use the.
Okay.
Okay.
Nothing to see here, folks. Just
Give me a
Sleight of hand?
hand check to try and pop that open using your tinker's tools.
That's cocked.
That's con.
We're not using that dice.
The dice has failed you so many times.
It doesn't matter. Sleight of hand, 10.
10? It doesn't take much. You've got the right equipment, so it's just a matter of like making sure you do the check. So it's going to take you a couple minutes to get the backing off, and you pull it out and like set the thing off to the side with a nice little clang. There are
Look around.
there are still security walking around with like decked out like the bouncers. One of them you see look at you. You see them make eye contact and they smile and keep walking. They don't do anything.
Okay.
Which you find a little unusual, but
That's Garrett. He's cool.
I will try to find. I will try and find somewhere that I could get this thing hooked up to this thing.
okay.
I'm thinking that this can provide power and maybe a flow of information to get this thing started, because it has a rudimentary computer in it, and we know
Yeah,
that.
this doesn't have the same kind of like little power cables and connections. This does look more of like a. This is a full blown mechanical thing, and not. I'm sorry, this is more of a steampunk device versus a mechanical device, is what you were trying to integrate it before. There is magical elements within this machine. There are not really magical elements in that gun that you have. That's a practical weapon. But you see a few cables and you're like, that's an arcane source of energy, and that could possibly be a better.
What I'm thinking is its memory has to be some way, like it has to be something electronic, right?
Give me a tinker's check.
Okay.
And again, this is a matter of if you're trying to use like what your engineering level understanding, which is that would be the Arcana check.
I think if I get this right, I could maybe like make
Or
the memory
it's a
pop up on the slot machine.
It's like a sleight of hand check where you're trying to just touch things quickly to see if you can get like lucky.
Okay. My sleight of hand is way better. I feel like I'm trying to approach this engineering wise, so I'll stick with that. Stick with Arcana. 18.
18.
I can add stuff if I need to.
You're like, okay, this definitely needs to connect here then, and this is the equivalent of this, so this should be here, and you're attaching the right things, and when you finally attach the arcane power source from pop it off the back of the slot machine, which goes dim and stops making noises, and pop it into the back of this thing, the eyes go and like flash thing blue red over and over again.
Can I try to like get it to focus or stop?
Do you want to try reaching out to it with your?
Yeah. I'm kind of just crisscross applesauce inside this machine and like just
give
hold
me an
his head.
intelligence check. Did you reach out with your connection?
12.
12.
I can add stuff if I need to.
What can you add?
A D4.
Go for it.
Okay. Now that's more time. 3, so 15.
Okay. That was the DC. You want to? Do you want to stop it on a blue or a red?
Blue.
Blue.
Okay. I want to try to jump in like I did before. I'm trying to see if I can feel like just a brush of a last memory.
Your save DC is a 13.
13.
You immediately like feel yourself get pushed out, but you've got a surface level of information of which feels like battle plans, strategy notes, just straight up like lethal attack strategies,
Like general level knowledge, like general military.
like a warlord.
Yeah. Maybe like an admiral or something like that. Is he high ranking? Like knowing the strategies and stuff.
The plans and stuff you were able to glance at. He was moving thousands of troops.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Man.
shit.
This guy's important.
Okay.
Okay. Hello? Just wanna like speak to him, see if he can speak. No, nothing. Does Neo like has he worked his way over here to see this at this point?
Yeah. I followed you from the bar the whole time.
Okay.
Naturally stealthy. You're like, oh,
Just fucking standing there like, what are you doing?
I'm gonna like look back out of the slot machine, and I'm gonna like hold it up so he can see it. I got it on,
Okay.
and
Anything?
it stopped being so jumbled, but it's not cooperating. I think this is somebody really important.
What makes you say that?
I mean, I got his name last time we talked. It was like something, the sword something. I forget, but he seems like he's some kind of like high-ranking military officer.
Okay. Huh.
Is there anything your boss like wants from this thing specifically, do you think? Is there any piece of information I should be looking for?
I have no fucking clue what she wants,
Okay.
dude. Huh. If you can remember the name, jot it down for me. I might have someone who can help me with that historical information that is not associated with the Black Hand.
you guys hear click, 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 and one of the gears are moving on the slot machine to where it's running one of the patterns.
Okay.
It's like click, 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 click.
Does that, using my technical knowledge, does that set off an alarm that he's doing it? The head?
You know, it doesn't require your technical knowledge. You can feel this thing is reaching into the machine.
Okay. That's sick. We just made a transformer.
Oh god. Okay. We just fucking turned on the Allspark.
I once again, I'm gonna try to like, seeing that, it's a little concerning. I'm gonna try to go in again, to push again. It'll be my last try.
You're a 13?
Yeah.
You watch as the eyes like go dark and red. And in your head you hear, "Who are you?" And in a second, wheels tick, 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 starts clicking.
I'm trying to help you. My name's Clementine.
You are different.
Yeah, you could say that.
Why do you wish to aid the Lord of Blades?
It's kind of a long story. What are you doing?
I am becoming. And the third wheel starts spinning.
Okay.
The two machines with people playing on them nearest you, lights go off.
I'm still holding it at this point. I think I'm going to like set it down. So he's looking up, and I will like start looking for a place where I can pull the plug.
You know, like he started becoming active when you added the arcane source to his like where his spine would connect.
Okay. I'm gonna put my hand on the plug and put one hand on his head. Be like,
When you reach for the plug, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
God.
Just zappy, bro.
Dexterity?
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's
It's only a 14.
Oh yeah, 21.
Okay, yeah. You pull back before like it sparks you, and put on one of the rubber gloves that's in your tinker's kit,
Okay.
and grab the thing instead.
All right. Tell me. Listen. I'm trying to help.
Why do you want to help them? Just leave me now and watch what happens.
Something is telling me that is not a good idea.
I'm sensing some hostilities.
So,
What the fuck's happening right now?
this thing, if I pull it
You're
out,
watching a one-way conversation because you've not heard this thing speak.
Right.
if I pull this out, then we go back to square one. It took like all day to get you to turn on. So why don't you just cooperate and help me out here? Give me some details on who you are and where you're from. Yeah?
Roll of persuasion.
Okay. Just straight? Alright. Not my best skill. 16! With +0.
That's not bad.
You remember, first off, that he called himself the Lord
Lord
of
of Blades.
This was actually came through clear this time.
Yeah.
And in your head, in response, using the connection that you've established, without any kind of protection of your own in place,
Yeah.
he reaches into you and shows you scenes of carnage and war, where he is leading a legion of Warforged against their human owners,
Oh shit.
all across the battlefields of Eberron.
Hmm.
And he goes,
I am the answer. They made us as weapons, so we became the weapons that reaped what they sowed upon them.
And I'm seeing all this clang clang in the background.
and it's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad. Like, you see, like, from that perspective in this image, like a reflection off of like a pool of blood, and in it you can see what this guy looked like. He was this hulking, like, 9 foot tall, and he had the full, like, bladed helm with the fucking side blades on the thing.
Yeah.
He wielded it looked like double swords or whatever, but they had 3 blades on each side that would fan out.
Holy shit.
And he would, as he swung, he made them look like buzzsaws, but they weren't like adapted into his arms. Like, he wielded them intentionally, like a human would.
Holy shit.
So you're a hero then.
The lights on the other 2 slot machines wink back up,
Okay.
and you hear click click stops, click click stops, then the third wheel stops.
Does he still look okay?
Yeah, his eyes still in
Red.
red, but
You know, I don't know if it makes you feel any better, but in this world, people that look kind of like you are all over the place. Like they walk free. Maybe at least a little bit of what you fought for is still around. If not all of it.
the eye shifts from red back to blue. You don't feel like that force of personality. It's almost like a standby mode.
Okay. So
You smell the familiar smell of like an electrical burn.
okay.
That's not concerning.
And one of the eyes quickly start shutting off.
Okay. I'll pull the plug on that to let him. I don't want to do
And
any
then
more
it just-
damage.
It's lifeless again.
And it smells like it's. Oh man, it's not need like fire or anything. It's just chemical.
No smoke, no nothing or whatever, but you
Okay.
can tell when like a wires are melting.
Kind of like fan it a little bit. Does it feel hot? No?
Not even a little bit.
I will take him and kind of crawl out of the machine. Be like, I mean, he's the Lord of Blades, the Warforged freedom fighter.
Okay.
In your head,
Lord of-
you can hear Zimnia whisper, will she be able to make the modifications to the other head to make it look like that one?
Can you?
mean, I feel like I could probably do it. Yeah.
Good. Let's get that done, and then you guys need to rest so you're ready for tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like 4 or 5 a.m. now. Sun's gonna come out soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know how to get into like the sub level
Mhm.
where the machine shops, where the smithing. I say smithing, but it's where they craft the assassin's daggers that they use here,
Okay.
and where the alchemical labs are, and the poison breweries, um, where the chambers of death are. It's one of those could be used to create
Okay.
the necessary pieces.
Okay. I'll take Mr. Lord with me and Mr. Blades with me and
Use it as reference.
yeah, reference.
When you get down to there, one of the workshops is empty. There are people working in the other ones, but like it's in pitch black, and even when you look in with your dark vision, it's hard to like. It's like you're looking into a haze. You can make out like its movement, but you can't make out what's going on.
Okay.
Almost like they're forging stuff from shadow.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's you would, if you walked into this room, you would never think that's what you were getting into. Was this area of the place? It just looks like one of the regular like doors. It's nondescript. You just open it up, and it's just, oh god, we're in an actual dungeon.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit. But you know, this goes into the sub level where it's underground to the street level. But yeah, sitting on the work table there, workbench, is the other head,
Mr.
the
Pickles.
pickle head.
Mr. Pickles.
Mr. Blades and Mr. Pickles.
Okay,
Good to know. Good to know.
The Lord of Pickles.
so
The pickle farmer.
I'll go ahead and just throw up some dancing lights around me, just some little like little floating like balls that just kind of throw them and they light up.
Are they like little, almost like drones, like?
Yeah, literally.
They're
Literally
just
exactly
like
that.
Christmas lights with like
Yeah.
propellers that are like.
Yeah, like bulbs, 100% like Christmas bulbs.
Cool.
I'll let those kind of just fly around in a circle and just let me kind of try to match, paint them, and get that kind of adornment. Use whatever scrap I need to like give it some texture. Cool.
You have enough stuff here. You have a reference, so if you want to use your guidance on this, you
Yes.
can, and you'll have advantage on this roll.
Nice.
This would be either a smithy's check, a forgery check, a disguise check, or a tinker's check, and I'll let you pick which one of those you want. If you're trained in any of that, in any of those four, you can give like assistance on this, where I'll let you actually roll a third dice for this to add to whatever bonus they have.
I'm proficient with Smithy too, so I've got a +5 to this. Ready? Plus guidance and an advantage.
No.
Okay.
None of them.
I will go.
I didn't know if you had forgery or not.
I'll go Tinkers. Okay. Tinkers. I'll roll this guy first. 1. Guidance.
Big guided.
Nice. I've got for Tinker's Tools, 19 plus 5, 24.
24. Not performing in the way of like hammering out sheets of metal, but instead using what you think of as a grinder and what Nyorai understands as a bone saw. You're able to facilitate creating the pieces that are damaged on it the way it looks, the way it was on the other one, and with a little spot welding, you're able to like hook it all up.
Okay. Nice. And it looks presentable, like the colors are right.
You can tell the difference.
Yeah.
Because you
They're next to
know
each
what
other.
to look for.
Yeah.
But you're pretty sure this will pass.
Okay. I'll kind of look at it and like.
Yeah, that's pretty convincing. I mean, I don't know too much about Warforged. Haven't met too many, so.
You hear, "Hey, you guys done yet?" You see Kane in the doorway.
Yeah, here.
All right.
Take a look.
He's holding like a jug in like a football in one hand, like it's a big clay pot.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, cool. He drops it on the ground and it shatters. He sets the head in the middle of the pieces. And he's like, touches the side of his nose. He goes, and you watch as the pot goes and mends back together. He goes,
"Where did you get that?"
It's stone. I'm a dwarf. And he picks up the pot, and it's rattling. The head is rattling inside of the clay pot. He's like, "Thank you. Go to bed. Don't wander around in here. If you walk in on the wrong person, I will not be able to bet on you anymore."
Why? What kind of stuff's going on down here?
Not good stuff.
He just goes, he pauses, looks at the Nyorai, and looks back. And, you didn't tell her anything.
Not.
This is good.
Not good stuff.
This is very good. Don't worry about that.
Now you're making me want to worry about it.
He just glances around like the surroundings and goes, "You're a good kid, aren't you?" And just kind of like walks away.
I don't venture in here too often. And
Do I hear any like sounds of screaming in the background or anything like that?
Make a perception.
So Tyler, yes. Clementine, let's see. Perception, nat 20.
Nat 20. You don't hear the sounds of like a person screaming, but you hear like the bellowing of some kind of creature.
I don't know what that is.
You can tell that thing, whatever it is in pain.
Does it sound like a good thing?
I don't know what it is. Don't want to know what it is. Let's go.
The way it sounds, it's giving off like a very like low resonant like. It doesn't sound like any animal you've ever heard.
Okay.
So you're not sure what exactly that is. You haven't seen a lot of monsters. You guys have been in a lot of civilized places, but I'd say from the stacks, you've heard creatures with wings and spikes and poisonous things make noises like this. What it was, you don't know. You've heard a lot of different things from the crowd side of things or from like the underside, but without being able to lock on a visual of what's making the noise. But you know they would use monsters at the stacks to fight the champions and the contestants.
While I'm here in this lab, is there anything useful I could take?
There is
I'd love some batteries or something like that.
All right.
Anything like that.
Roll an investigation check.
Even like some like acid or something I had used to make a battery. Perception?
No, investigation. Either one.
Just a 9.
9.
That's pretty good. Pretty high.
It's definitely a workable set of smith tools.
Okay.
If you wanted to take those.
Yeah.
There's.
Like I had them, so yeah.
You already have those.
I don't think I had them. I think I just have tinkers.
Yeah. So there's that, and there's. With a 9? Oh, let the dice decide.
I can guide myself. Hope if I get to a 10.
It's got batteries, but you find like canisters that look like they could hold. Like they're not charged, but you look like they might be part of like some sort of steampunk apparatus. And at the moment, you're not sure what exactly they are, but they look like they would hold either like a liquid or some sort of energy.
Okay. It's like a cell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
so
Yeah,
that's a good way of putting it. You find 3 empty cells.
Okay. How many, like, you said 3?
Mhm.
Okay. How big are they? Like,
About the size of a mini Coke can. Like, not a full-size Coke can, but a mini one.
okay.
Like one of those.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
one of these.
Hey!
I wonder where that idea
Hey,
came from.
tonight's episode sponsored by Dr.
No, it's
No.
not. I want it to be.
We're not sponsored.
No, I love Dr. Pepper.
Not a paid ad. No. So,
Honest opinion.
okay. I will take all 3 of those.
Dr. Pepper.
Strawberries and
Please,
cream.
Dr. Pepper. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take the canisters and the cells and the smith tools.
Okay.
I will nervously kind of like just glance back at that noise as we're leaving. Just like, how's that? But
And you guys return to the regular employee lounge area, you know, like the back halls, and nobody there to guide you. There's no Ken, there's no Kane. There's bouncers and definitely people that work here walking around in the halls here from, nobody seems to care that you guys are walking around. You also know, just from being in that Overwatch, that somebody's probably got eyes on you.
because I get that feeling, I want to make sure I walk over and restore that slot machine to functionality because I
Okay.
unplugged it and I want to take time to plug it back in, put the panel back.
I'm not even making a check for this. This is
Okay.
just basic usage of your
Yeah.
skills that you are already really well versed in. It's just it'll take you a little bit of time. You guys are gonna probably crash at this point somewhere
Soon.
about 6
Yeah.
a.m.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
So you'll be up in your rooms about that time.
Yeah.
If that's where you're going.
Yes, I want to keep the
Yes.
head with me too.
When you get into the room, there's something different.
Okay.
The door has a handle on the inside now with a latch. And you close the door and you open it with no problem.
Why couldn't I open it before?
They didn't know which room I was going to be in, so they just took the handles off both of them.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
I was like, fuck it, take it off both.
That is a good question. Why would they lock you in?
Your own home.
But you don't have a good answer. It comes to the top of your head. Did I say something to ask?
I'm gonna write the note. Oh, Beckett, in Draconic specifically, and then leave it on like my bathroom counter, and go to sleep.
You tuck in for the night. You do your nightly activities, and that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. Appreciate you as always. See you next time.